And the same thing, if you motivate a person by accepting his weakness, accept it first. Like a blind child is born. The parents accept it. They don't throw the child. They have accepted that weakness. Why only physical disorder is accepted? Sometimes the child is not able to do more simple. Then what to do? Then accept it. Accept it. Keep yourself available. Keep yourself available to the child first. Keep yourself available to the child. This availability is most important. Keep keep yourself available to the child or anyone, whomever you you are dealing with. Now, there are two ways of dealing. One is with love. If you have love, naturally you will appreciate. If you have hatred, you will try to find fault. If see, mother loves the child. So mother, what she does, she covers up the mistake of the child. Very important this is. Even in this also, she covers up the mistake and tries to improvise that mistake. It is not that she's just covering the mistake. Wherever possible, she wants to improvise. In the same way, this motherhood is the biggest quality which every one of us should have. In this, what we can do, we can accept the weakness and we'll try to give time. And in this way, somehow we will try to appreciate also. It can be with the two friends, motherhood should be there, but if enmity is there, jealousy is there, then there is no solution for it. Then there will be always something under stress or over stress. If I want to bring it to stress, that means a positive energy because it's an energy, it's not a disease. Stress is not a disease. First, come out of this mind. It is not a disease. How I handle the situation, that is most important. Can I make it a positive or can I make it a negative? And most important factor which it can help is the most important stressor which can induce to positive is time management. One should know how to manage the time, how to manage the relation. These very important stressors. And then the same thing can be like for the distress also. These stressors, like all the time looking at the time and doing the work, all the time looking at the time and writing the paper. What happens? Stress is built up. Negative stress is built up. Anxiety is built up. In anxiety, you cannot do any work. So there's then relationship. We don't know to respect. We don't know to respect elders. We don't know to love our juniors. We don't know to be equal with our uh, peers, like equals. How to behave with the equals. How to behave with the elders. How to behave with our youngsters. Prahlad Maharaj speaks on it. The relationship should be understood very nicely. As a junior, I cannot give instruction. Uh, as a senior, yes, I can give. As an equal also, I cannot give instruction, but I can tell it in a friendly way. Even in Bhagavad Gita also, till 2.7, till Arjuna surrendered to Krishna, Shadi Mam Tvam Prapannam, what happened? Krishna did not give any instruction. Only when he surrendered, so only for the surrendered souls you can give instruction. That too, if you have an authority, then even the equals will be happy with you. Sometimes the frustration is there why the equals are not very happy with me because I don't know to behave with them properly. I'm expecting too much from them. This expectation again becomes a stressor. Expectation becomes a stressor. Expectation can be only from whom? From the person who is surrendered to you. Then you can expect. If he is not surrendered to you, what type of expectation you can have from him? And yes, to the elders, one has to respect the elders. From the elders, don't expect anything. What can be expected from the elders is the care and the love. That much only one can expect. And sometimes we see mothers getting angry and then leaving the child and going. And you will say, what is this type of care or what this is? And that is done purposely so that the child may learn. It is done sometimes. Like sometimes you have a coach, the swimming, the person who teaches swimming. That coach may throw you in the water. You'll say, "What is this?" He cannot understand. He's supposed to care us, care the child. He does it purposely so that the child will learn to swim. So sometimes the behavior of the spiritual master or the parents, it is like sometimes it is like contradictory to what they should be. And if it is done with the caring attitude, even if the contradictory behavior is there, if it is done with a caring attitude, then yes, that creates an energy. That energy is actually a positive energy. Though it seems to be a negative energy, the child is in anxiety, but the child learns a lot from that. So when the child learns a lot from that, that becomes seemingly negative energy, actually turns out to be a positive energy. Now, these positive energy gives up three types of stress that is known as stress. Stable stress. Hmm? Now, let us see what is stable stress. Stable stress, productive stress, and pleasurable stress. Now, stable stress is actually good stress. You can manage situations. The person knows to manage situations. It is actually challenging but manageable workload. Like your boss has given some work to you. You are able to manage it. First, you have to identify which priority I should give. Workload is given. Which should be done first? What should be done later? So it is a manageable. A person knows how to organize his schedule. Main is time management. How to organize our schedule. When such type of stress is there, na, new thing has been given. Like you, yesterday I told about the rubber band. It was like this. I pulled it. That gap is known as stress. Now work is given. A sudden work is given. A person who has this type of stress, the energy, the positive energy, and that is because of he has got so many type of care in such a way. He knows to manage his schedule. So when such type of things are given, mouth should be shut, mind should work. If the mouth is open, all our energy goes out. Always understand this one thing. Don't open mouth when there is lot of pressure. At that time, just work with a happy mood. And more important is, yes, when a person is in bhakti, just surrender to Krishna. Krishna plans your days very properly and very nicely. You have that faith in Lord. So in this way, organizing our schedule. And also, there should be a nice, supportive, stimulating work environment. It is more important. Supportive, not just go on talking something, demoralize somebody. No, one should have a stimulating, yes, we can do it. You see, there are workers, I still remember, they when they lift something, they say, hiya, hiya. What they do that? Because they don't know there is nothing, time schedule is planned. So they remove it from the mouth and remove that anxiety. And but if a person has to organize the schedule, he's in an important position. Yes, he cannot just open the mouth and do some hiya hiya there. So then he has to be supportive. And because of this, his health is nice. He's active person. He's always young. Budhapa and all this comes because of overthinking. You think and plan the schedule properly. Old age again is not a disease. It is a time which is given to us. When a person crosses 50, the time is given to us so that we can be more stable, more productive, and have nice, wonderful, healthy life and spiritual life. So, in this way, stable stress, what happens? You have a feeling of engagement. So let's just like you are not given any work. What you'll do? Whole day in mobile you'll sit. But if you take up something, either you take it up or somebody will give. If you take it up, you will have a feeling of engagement because empty mind is devil's workshop. You'll just sit blank, do something scrolling. What is there in mobile? They go and scrolling something in the something same thing seeing in the computers. What is there in that? One is demotivated. His energy is not utilized properly. That is why increased energy and one becomes alert also. You see, how are the soldiers? They're alert. In the same way, like when you go to office, yes, you are alert. But again, when you go to office, it should not be a pressure cooker going to office. One should not become a pressure cooker. The house should not be a pressure cooker. The one who goes with all the stress also will not give that type of productivity in the office also. So you choose whether you want to be a pressure cooker, taking all the stress and going to the office and then screaming about, or maybe a irritable nature or a frustration nature, or you want to be smooth in your dealings. So for that, what is important is focused attention, focused concentration. Again, what you want to do, yes, focused attention, focused concentration. Then again, for that, senses has to be controlled, early sleep, early waking up, and confidence level should be there. Then any type of work can be taken with a stability. We can cope up with that stress. We can be able to manage. So this type of stress is known as stress, good stress. It's actually very wonderful stress, good stress. Now the same good stress can be increased to a stress also. That means productive. Suppose something is given to you at that time, it's a manageable, very good, wonderful, it's manageable. At the same time, you are motivated to take some actions by which you can make even others also productive. Taking advantage of the things around you. Prabhupada says utility is the principle. You can motivate even others too. You can have a nice a speaking ability, because of which you can become a nice public speaker, and then new skills, because you are stable and now you are trying to grow a little higher. Same that energy, you are trying to make it more productive. How? New skills. And another one thing is, if you really want to be pleasurable, if you really want to enjoy this table and this, sometimes hobbies make a lot of, um, it gives a good impact. Like you have a garden, you can go to garden, pluck some flowers. You can have some like mridanga playing or something, like just to remove the negative and put more positive, so that your positive stress will give energy in the house. And how to build up that energy and how to make it more productive, engaging everyone, be having a sporting mind. So first thing, yesterday we also told that we should take care not to remember anything of the past. Something wrong things have happened in our life, try to remove it out from your consciousness. All the time remembering the same thing, and building up stress, and in this way all the time distress, then what will happen? One becomes a pressure cooker. So if you want to become a pressure cooker, then do that. If you really want to be happy, give everyone happiness, then one has to see that how productive he is. Challenging atmospheres come to everyone. Suddenly somebody will come. Suddenly some task will be given to you by your spiritual master. Challenging situations. The challenging situations, mouth should be shut, mind should work. And in this way, one has to see. And on top of that, he should be very happy to take it. The moment we say, "Ja, आप देखो दे देते हैं," I can't, they select me only or what? Somebody told me, Mataji, what is this? Only I am only selected all the time. It happens to every initial devotees, whoever is connected. So a lot of responsibilities will be there, but how to manage it, that is our expertise. Now this is boosting our energy, isn't it? Boosting our confidence. Like you are given 90 books. Somebody told Mataji, 90 books in our house. What will do? Now that became a stressor. Now somebody took it very positively, somebody took it negatively. One who took it positively could manage not only 90 but plus. Why? He took it as a challenging project and a better engagement and a higher engagement. So that competitive sport and activities started working there. But this competition again is a healthy competition. So in this, with the confidence level increases, anything you take a task, you name a person from the child or a wife or a husband or an office person or a boss, even if the boss wants to remove the best out of his employees, he has to take all these things into consideration. And yesterday also we saw that suppose a person is not getting all these things, he's always degraded, he's always told negative, he's always corrected, he's always complained. Then what he should do? What to do? It is his bhagya, he's getting it. He can give positive energy to others and build up his confidence. Suppose in our bhagya, we have not got all these things. We have got a mother who always scolds. We have got a father who is always scolding. Then we got a friends who always try to correct us or complain about us or criticize us. I can take up three A's and give it to others and make my life very successful. Instead of grudging, complaining, I can give what is good to others and in this way build up their energy, their confidence, and build up my confidence also. Now let us see the pleasurable stress. This is the highest, and it can be only for pure devotees like Srila Prabhupada. Now, example, and then we'll see what is it cause pleasurable stress. When Prabhupada went to Russia at that time, there were only 4 devotees who were cultivated. But Russians, being communists, were not accepting Krishna consciousness. So one day it so happened, they put in the paper, Hare Krishnas are thieves. Then these 4 people came to Prabhupada and said, Prabhupada, they are calling us thieves. Already nobody wants to join us. On top of that, they are calling us thieves. Prabhupada went in ecstasy. Prabhupada said, this is what I wanted. This is what I wanted, Prabhupada says. Hmm? They asked, this is what you wanted, that they should call us thieves. Said, no, I wanted everyone to chant Hare Krishna. Because the first thing in the first paper, in the first page of first paper, in the first page of the paper, what is written in the bold, Hare Krishnas are thieves. So everybody in Russia, by default, are going to read this first line, Hare Krishna. Anyhow, our matter is, our thieves are matter. It is a material word. But Hare Krishna is a spiritual word coming from, is a spiritual word coming from Golok Vrindavan Dham. So it is not a material word. Material word anyhow will end up in matter. That only Prabhupada could see that. So highest level of devotees or devotees on the highest platform, they can be in pleasurable stress even if there is a negative energy created around. They know how to make it pleasurable. And in this way, seeing Prabhupada's confidence and Prabhupada's the way Prabhupada took it up, the pleasure and the ecstasy, the devotees also were surprised. And today we can see the maximum number of temples and maximum number of devotees are in Russia. Once it so happened, Prabhupada, somebody organized a big Pandal program for Prabhupada. There practically 2,000-3,000 people can be. And this person who organized, he put some boards, the advertisement boards. And it was a 3 days seminar, katha you can say. Then the program started and this person is crying. Why is he crying? Because no one is there in that pandal, no one except him. And Prabhupada is on the stage. And Prabhupada started with Jai Radha Madhav. And Prabhupada gave a wonderful class for 3 days. And third day, this person cried to Prabhupada, Prabhupada, actually because of me all these things have happened. I should have called people. I should have personally called. I just put a board thinking that people will come. It is my mistake. But Prabhupada, I want to know from where this energy is coming to you. How you could manage all these things, Prabhupada said. I saw the whole pandal jam-packed. And he was surprised. What? Yes, jam-packed. Because wherever Harikatha is there 33 crore Devi Devatas, they come, they rush to come and hear. So I could see all the Devi Devatas coming and rushing, and they're rushing to hear Krishna Katha. Who could see this? Only a person in the topmost level, pure devotee, can see pleasurable stress even in such a negative atmosphere. And then this can happen only by bhakti. In the bhakti, the more we chant, there is an increased rate of energy, so much of energy that I have, I can give to others also. That type of energy is built up in person. So he has a confidence. He say, I have, I can give it to others also. Because he's enjoying every situation. There is no anxiety. Sometimes a person may think, oh, so much of work. He doesn't have anxiety. Seeing him, others have anxiety. He doesn't have anxiety. He is enjoying the situation. In fact, he even engages others also in such a type of wonderful, pleasurable moment. So in this way, he is so happy within to engage. And this can happen again when you engage in Krishna consciousness. We'll say, what about in the office? How can a person be having a pleasurable stress in the office? Again, if you see hand of Krishna in everything, you can be pleasurable. Increased work, anyhow, it is material work, no problem. Increased work, increased responsibilities, give you increased remuneration also. Then you say, no, my boss is not giving anything. He only takes work out of me. What to do? That is material world. That is material world. So then the only option is, if you get such type of things, somewhere or the other, try to engage yourself. Try to see that you get a nice, better job. Simple. That's the only option what you can have. And instead of job, if you can have something on your own, some projects, you can do that also. You say, no, nothing works out. I don't have anything land. I don't have any cows. I don't have anything. I cannot do my own business. It is impossible. I have to somehow stroll hard. I have to go to office. And this boss is so, he is so cruel. He's giving me so much of work, so much of work. I'm not able to understand what this type of pleasurable stress can come. Their pleasurable stress will not work. What can maximum work is stable stress and productive stress. Pleasurable can work only when your mind is engaged in Krishna consciousness. So at least to the level of stable and a productive a person comes, he is in stress, not in distress. When you keep Krishna in the center and perform all the activities, yes, then you can enjoy. If that too, if you are coming to that level of pure devotion, then comes pleasurable stress. Now let us see what are the verses in Bhagavad Gita which is actually teaching us about handling the situations, which is actually teaching us how to come out of, how to handle the situation. 17th chapter, 14th verse, 15th verse, and 16th verse. It teaches us, 17th chapter, 14, 15, 16, teaches us how to have stress, not distress. So, if possible, you also open and see the verses. देवद्विज गुरुप्रज्ञा पूजनं शौचमार्जवं ब्रह्मचर्यम् अहिंसा च शारीरं तप उच्यते. See, everybody has to do tapasya. If a person has to come to this, he has to do tapasya. What is the meaning of tapasya? Voluntarily accepting certain responsibilities. You can say certain difficulties also, but responsibilities is a better word. So, first thing is austerity of the body is very much important. Waking up early in the morning, shaucham, being clean, arjavam, being simple, celibacy. See, marriage life does not mean that you always have sex life. A lady body or a Vaishnavi, she's a Vaishnavi. You cannot just utilize her body for our sense pleasures. Only for begetting the children, his marriage life is given or grahastha life is given. So celibacy, brahmacharyata is very important. Where a person thinks about how to uh, how to learn more about Krishna consciousness, that is known as celibacy. And more important is ahimsa. Hinsit pravritti can be at the level of body, mind, and speech. In your mind, you can think wrong about a person. And that is also hinsa only, in your mind. In your speech, you can insult a person, you nonsense, you idiot. So that is again, what is that? Insit pravritti. If one gives it up, it's good. Or if it is too much in the mind, it comes out in the hands and you beat somebody. That is known as hinsa at the level of body. So this hinsita pravritti should be given up. So brahmacharyataha, ahimsaha, shaucham, arjavam. These qualities should be developed within a person. Then, if he has such wonderful qualities, and how it comes? By the mercy of our elders. That is why puja is very much important. What is the meaning of puja? Giving respect, worshipping personalities. Whom? Deva, the Supreme Lord, Dvija, the Brahmanas, Guru, the spiritual master, and in this way, Pragya, one who is very intelligent, or he is a worshipable personality. So in this way, Pujanam, Deva Dvija Guru Pragya Pujanam, Shaujam Arjavam Ahimsacha Shariram Tapa Uchate. This is most very much important. This is the tapasya at the level of body. At the level of body, this tapasya is very much important. So 17th chapter, 14th verse speaks about it. Now let us see 17th chapter, 15th verse, what it speaks. So this is at the level of body. Waking up early in the morning, body should be clean. You cannot just wake up late. The moment you wake up late, you see the houses where the people wake up late. There's only a fight there because anxiety is built up. Work has to be done, and a person doesn't have more time. Now let us see. Because of that, when that anxiety thing is there, you speak, anything comes in the mind. So speech, very much important. What type of speech a person should have? Anuvedakaram vakyam satyam priyahitam chayat swadhyaya abhyasanam chaiva vakmayam tapa uchyate. Give me a time. Somebody is going on call. Just give me one second. अनुवेदकरं वाक्यं सत्यं प्रियं हितं च यत् स्वाध्याय व्यसनं चैव वाङ्मयं तप उच्यते. Tapasya at the level of speech. So everybody wants to speak, but it should not be udvegakaram. Udvega means creating irritability in others. Don't speak such things where we are not giving, we are trying to create some irritability. Speech should not agitate others. Words should be used in a very nice way. Satyam, it should be truth also. It should be priyam also. It should be hitam also. That is why Ramayana speaks about 6 types of speech. Prabhu Ram teaches us. It should be Purvabhashi. Purvabhashi means you initiate the talk, but it should not be too much. Like you see somebody, you know that person. Don't try to go without at least saying Hare Krishna or something. Good morning, whatever. You start the talk. How are you? Bas, one time you have spoken, enough that is. You don't talk so much because the other person has less time. You can speak little. Mitbhashi. Purvabhashi, Mitbhashi. Don't think that he should tell, then only I will tell. Amani na manadena kirtaniya sadahari. So, Purvabhashi, Mitbhashi, and then it should be also Hitbhashi. When you're talking, it should be beneficial for others. Given here, Hitam. Hitam. It should be Satyam also. But the Satya should not be so hard that the grandfather or grandmother was to die just after half an hour, just by hearing your words. Oh, vasamsi jirnani yatha vihaya. Everybody has to give up the body. See, like if you speak like this, what will happen? Already that person is in anxiety. You create more anxiety. So but you can say, Lord is there to protect everyone. It's good. It is not false. Protecting the consciousness, even the body is not protected, protecting the consciousness is there. So then, see, the Satyam should be Priyam, at the same time Madhuram. So this is a Swadhyaya, it is a practice one has to do. Abhyasanam. It is a practice. Swadhyaya Abhyasanam. And how it can happen? Only when we read Vedic literatures. That is why Swadhyaya is very important. One has to read or hear the Shastras. Then comes Vangmayam Tapa Uchyate. The speech can be controlled. Vakmayam means Vakshati can be controlled. That is a tapasya. It is a study. It is a study course. It doesn't mean that you speak anything nonsense and the other person is agitated or speak so much, so much. Other person is thinking, hey, when is this person is going to go? Don't speak so much also. Don't try to be speechless also. No, I'm not going to speak only to anyone. You try to ignore that person. This is all not going to give a positive energy, neither for one, the who is doing it, neither for the nor for the others. So the austerity of speech has been given in 17th chapter, 15th verse. Now, manaha, mind also should be wonderful. See, body is wonderful. You have maintained the austerity. Speech is wonderful. Then manaha also should be wonderful. Manaha prasada saumatvam, maunam atma vinigraha, bhava samshuddhir ityetat, tapo manasam uchyate. The most important thing to build up positive energy within us is satisfaction. A dissatisfied mind can never progress. That is why the childhood is said, you see a person, my father used to teach me, you see a person who is less than you. Generally, we always have this comparison with the children. We say, see a person who is more than you. If you go on doing that, what is happening? Comparison will build up only negative energy. See a person who is less than you, be satisfied first, even in your life also. In one's life, whatever he has. No, I should have more. Why only one car? I should have two cars. Then go on working. Take anxiety, take fear, shoka, moha, bhaya. Do all these things. Manha prasada. If one is satisfied, yes, that satisfaction mind will build up lot of energy. In that satisfaction, we can gain many things. So that satisfied mind, and in that saumyatvam, don't have duplicity with others. You see a person, you smile. The moment he goes, you criticize. Never have the duplicity. Be plain hearted. That is why Arjavam is given. Be plain hearted. Inside, outside, it should be same. Not that you have duplicity. This duplicity is not going to work. Duplicity behavior is not going to work with others. And then gravity, maunam. Maunam doesn't mean that you don't talk only to anyone. If you don't talk to anyone also, that is going to build up a stress. Hey, what happened to this person? अब देखता भी बात नहीं करता है, हंसता भी नहीं है. Maunam refers to gravity. Have some gravity in your behavior, not a cheap behavior. Gravity. Many times we think that let us behave very cheaply. Like many of the elders, they try to become young. And they try to go enjoy, which children should do, youngsters do. They try to do that and they think that that is enjoyment. That is not enjoyment. That is waste of time. See, after 50 years, one should not do these all things. Enjoy, going in, enjoy. Whatever enjoyment is there, over, finish. If you have got. If I have not got, okay, not got. This type of material enjoyment is not going to work. It is not going to give up a nice, a healthy spiritual life. That is why gravity in our mind is very much important. Atma vinigraha. Again, see that gravity will lead to sense control. Many times we see this old people. They'll try to behave like a young person. They'll go eat ice creams, that and this, like a young person, taking videos. All these things, it's not looking good. Simple. If you have a gravity in your behavior, others will learn. Our life should be a learning process for even others also. Somebody looks at you, they should learn something out of you. Especially the youngsters, they look at us. They look at us, they should, it's not that I have money, I can just waste money, I can do whatever I want. That is only going to cause unhealthy spiritual life. On the contrary, Atma Vinigraha, sense control, yes, Maunam, gravity in our behavior, Bhava Samshuddhi, this is our Bhava, our nature, Samshuddhi, Sampurna Rupena Shuddhi. Just say this material enjoyment, will it give this Bhava Samshuddhi? It's not going to give. At the age of 17, 18, or maybe till 30 years, we can understand, okay, the person wants to enjoy. But enjoying in the old age, when a person is reaching 60 years, nowadays I see this reels and all, I think, what is this? This type of enjoyment? Pant, shirt, that, and this half pant, and on top of that goggles, and just going all. This is enjoyment first thing? Which is not enjoyment. Because where is Swadhyaya? Where is reading of the scriptures? At what age we are going to read? Bhava Samshuddhi is very much important. Purification of our consciousness. If I have money, I can utilize it in a better cause, which will give us Bhava Samshuddhi again. Mana Prasadaha, it will give satisfaction in our mind. Ityeta tapo mana uchyate, manasam uchyate. In this way, the mind is controlled. So now just see, these all natures will only give us if we follow Shariram tapa, Vangmayam tapa, Manasam tapa. If we follow this, yes, our energy is built up. We can distribute this energy to others also. And another more important, suppose I have got a lot of work, I can distribute it. Take it in a positive way and distribute to others. So all these things will matter our consciousness. So we should know how to take up that energy. It is with us. How am I going to take it up? As a disease? That energy which is created, is it a disease or it is an energy? Now you have to think about it. Is it a disease or is it an energy? Oh, that is positive energy. Disease means negative energy. So in this way, somehow we try to cover some aspects about stress. Nowadays the talk is, oh, बहुत सारा stress hai. People think that this is a disease. No, it is a challenge. It is an energy. I saw one nice video. One Mataji, old, now she has left the body. I don't know what is her, I don't remember her name. It was put. She was small child, and then afterwards she grew up, but she was very poor. Practically, then she got married also. But that husband left her. She was then where to go? Then in crematorium and all, she'll find some food. People can keep there, shadaka something. She'll feed that to the child. She used to be in the railway platforms. She used to avoid somehow, because men and all used to look at her. Somehow she used to, because in crematorium nobody will come. That is why she used to go and sit there. Poor lady, very poor lady. But then in this way, slowly, but she did not give it up. She built up that energy, and she built up many old age homes, many anathalayas. Just see from where she got the strength. I read about her. I don't know how many of you read about her. Old lady, Maharashtrian lady. She was awarded.
Sindhutai Sakapal.
Sindhutai
Yes,
Sakpal.
yes. Just see how many challenges she had. How many? It's not we are not able to manage. That is our problem. Yesterday somebody called me, some professor called me. माता जी मैं जो भी बोलता हूँ बच्चा उल्टा करता है. ऐसे आपने इतना सारा प्रेशर बना के रख दिया, इसीलिए करता है उल्टा. आप उसको फ्री टाइम देते नहीं है, हॉबीज देते नहीं है. You have to give some all the time, not studies. That productivity goes away. All the time study karo, then coming home, let him sleep. ना, it will let him sleep. नहीं वो अवॉइड करने के लिए I sent him to the music class. I stopped it. I said, don't do that. Let him sleep. If he wants to sleep, let him sleep. The best way to remove stress is relax first yourself. Relax. Then you say, Goswamis did not relax. They are all having that pleasurable stress. Energy. When you say stress means energy. That type of pleasurable stress they have. They don't have to sleep. Prabhupada did not want to sleep. He got attacked. He said, that is Prabhupada. No. Yes, that is Prabhupada. But it is not that we cannot do that. We have to follow their footprints. How nicely chanting. Chanting with attention. Reading Shastras. Prabhupada gave it to others, but we can follow his footprints. So in this way, we'll stop here. Any questions you can ask.
Mataji, may I ask? Hare Krishna, Dandavat Pranam. Mataji, just now we discussed we should not remember past. But in many cases, we find that the past experience is the best teacher. Now, what to remember, what not to remember, how to draw a line? Can you please guide?
Nice. Experience. One learns out of his experience. Now, what he should remember, the things which he could not achieve because of certain difficulties, that can be remembered. If you remember criticism, somebody told like this, somebody told like that, then how will we progress? Tell me. Yes, somebody told you are a duffer. Yes, I can remember that duffer word so that I can build up my energy and make it positive. If I'm remembering in that mood, then there is no problem. To improvise myself, if I am remembering, then there is no problem. But if that remembrance is only causing grudges, better is try not to remember. See, there is no dustbin where you can put all the experiences down. Now, taking out something by for the better cause, like seeing hand of Krishna. Yes, see, somebody insulted me. It is good. If you would have not insulted me today, I would have not come to this platform. Remember, no problem. Remember, but for a positive way. Getting my point?
Yes, Mataji.
I could not study properly. I was not studying. By my experience, I saw that when I did not study nicely, I got less marks. I can remember I did not obey my parents. I did not manage my time properly. That is why my parents were scolding me. No problem. The 3 C's you remember for a better building up a better energy.
Thank you, Mataji. Hare Krishna.
Anyone else?
Even Mataji, we can remember the good memories which we have, which gives the positivity.
Experiences are 2 types, bad and good. How are you going to take it up? Even, yes, but it should not happen that good experiences should give us pride also. That is also anything which is keeping me always humble and which is also giving me energy, boosting my energy, then it is up to us how to take it. It is up to us how you are taking those things. That is why anything you take it up you should see that at present my energy is built up, not going down. It should not happen that I cry and sit. Oh, I remembered something, I'm just crying and sitting. No, again, what will happen? That will cause distress. I don't want to have a distress. That is why Acharya say, Savai Mana Krishna Padaravinde, for have pleasurable stress. That can be applied even for stable and productive. All the time, remember Krishna, work for Krishna. All these things you can do. Shastras help a lot. Shastras help a lot.
Mataji, whatever you said is absolutely, I agree with all that. But when the time comes, when we are in stress, that time we forget everything and we become the same.
Yeah. Become the same.
So what to do? How to handle? Means how to deal with? How to remember?
It is chanting which gives power. It gives the power to manage. Waking up early in the morning, chanting, that is building up your energy. And when such negative comes, you see that when vaccination is given, why vaccination is given? So that you can fight the disease. When disease comes, you have the power to fight. So what is that power which will make us fight in such situations? Which will make us humble in that situation? Which will make us calm in that situation? It is chanting. That is why Srila Prabhupada emphasizes on chanting. Shastras emphasizes on chanting. The more we chant, especially morning hours, don't waste. At any situations, morning hours one should not waste. The more he chants, the more he has the power, a spiritual power to manage material power, material energy, material negative energy or positive energy, whatever, he can manage it very nicely. That is why spiritual power is very, very important. Okay. And if you say somebody doesn't have taste in chanting, then what we can do? Then there is no solution out of it. He has to suffer only. Because this is not bookish actually. It is not bookish. That time you'll remember some answer and spit it out. It's not that time an examination is there, yes, but it is not bookish knowledge. It is not something that artificial. That is why duplicity has been given. It is not that artificially you will try to balance. No, but in the mind it is going on. Na? Chanting will keep us really wonderful. I'll tell you one incident happened in Africa. The stress management class was there, and the speaker was to come by certain time in the flight from other country. A very he was such a profound speaker, a very famous speaker, and all the students were waiting. Actually, people were waiting. Huge crowd was there, and the temple which organized. Now they were in pressure because still the flight was not landed. Then some devotees, they were happy also. What they did, they took it an opportunity and they did wonderful kirtan for practically 2 hours, made everybody dance. The public was not understanding that what is happening, but public was also very happy. They told, we have managed your stress. How chanting helped out. And they did such a nice kirtan that people forgot that the speaker is not there. So this is also a nice technique, isn't it? If nothing works out, but everything works out. How? By chanting the holy name. Okay.
How, Mataji, how chanting works every time, everywhere?
Everywhere, every time. Only chanting will work because the chanting is taking Krishna inside you. It's Krishna who manages everything.
That's
When you
right.
say Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare Ram, Ram. Your surrenderance makes Krishna look at you. When you're calling him, na, Hare Krishna is what you're calling him.
Yes, yes, yes.
You're calling him, he protects you. That is how he manages you. That is how one can manage everything. But it should be a call. It should not be a negligence. That is why it is attentive chanting.
Attentive.
It is not just a negligence. Oh, I'm chanting at the same time I'm doing some other thing.
Mhm.
It is not going to, though Krishna wants to come and sit near you, you are not looking at him.
Ah,
When I
okay.
chant, Krishna sits before me and hears. For everyone it is. When I chant, anyone chants, you are calling na. If I call, hey, Vimla, please come. And when Vimla comes, I'm looking somewhere else.
Yes,
And
yes,
Vimla is just sitting and looking at me. What is
yes, yes. Okay, okay, Mataji. Thank you, thank you. Thanks a lot.
nice attentive chanting? Okay. So tomorrow, somehow try to manage. I'll tell Jimmu to start the class because 8 o'clock is my flight back to Mumbai. ठीक है? वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्येव च पतितनं पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो